Hi, I am Ananda Mallawatantri, country representative of National Union for Conservation of Nature in Sri Lanka. Glad to have a small chat with the Rainforest Group. Today we talk a little bit about IUCN. IUCN is the oldest conservation agency in the world, and our main work is to balance the development and conservation. So as a result, we work with a lot of production sectors to make those production sectors green and environmental sustainable and don't lead to disasters. So in that context, we have a number of tools we are using, and the tool that a lot of people know is the IUCN red listing. It gives an idea about what species in the world or in a country or in a given place or leading to extinction, what level, and then it allows communities and the governments to take precautions. The global standards for nature-based solutions that also take into account the climate impact, the poverty, and also energy. So many development areas. So now the tendency is to work on all these angles simultaneously and using the nature, culture, and heritage and all the other tools into one basket so that we could address the problems that partly we have created and partly due to the climate change. So at the end, the world is sustainable and our future generations will have a better future and a better environment and better things to enjoy rather than them facing climate disasters, floods, droughts, and landslides and things like that. So in that context, the rainforest play a key role. Why? The rainforests are the places where you would find they are moist and actually they are 2% of the earth area, but they do 20% of the oxygen generation. Because of that 20% of oxygen supply, they are called the lungs of earth. What are the key characteristics? Rainforests, they are located in high rainfall areas. Sometimes they are located in hill areas and sometimes they are located in lower lands like Singaraja. They are having high average rainfall and at the same time they help to capture the rain. Now, for example, if you take Knuckles and the high central hills in Sri Lanka, they allow the cloud capture. When you capture the rain through the clouds and into the rainforest structure, then that water seeps slowly down to the soil. And then the same water through the soil get into the streams, rivers, and then get into the reservoirs where we use that water for irrigation, power generation, urban services. At the same time, so one of the problems we have in the rainforest now around the world and all and in Sri Lanka also, the encroachments, the land degradation, that all leads to loss of rain capture and also high erosion. We have a good canopy structure like in rainforest and a good surface covered with leaves and things like that. The erosion is much less. So you don't get the eroded soil into the tanks and the reservoirs and because if you get the eroded sediments into tank and reservoirs, we lose the volume that we can use for keeping water. So our hydropower, irrigation, and all those things get affected. So basically, it helps us to retain water, and that means like we can meet droughts. And if it slows down water flowing by keeping the soil in groundwater and things like that, that means like it helps to reduce floods and the landslide to a certain extent. So the rainforests are a win-win situation. So they are having high temperature normally than in other areas because of the canopy cover and all that. And then they are very rich in biodiversity. Most of actually 50% of the world fauna and flora are inside rainforest. So now you can see. So in turn, you can use that to our advantage. We can do nature tourism, we can do all research tourism and many other things. Now, a country like Sri Lanka, blessed good rainforest, can capitalize the rainforest in economic development, getting the water harvested and also in tourism and other activities. So it's a win-win situation to protect the rainforest and also to enjoy for our future and live for our future generations. Thank you very much.